1. When arguing with a fool, make sure the opponent isn't doing the exact same thing. 2. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. 3. Life is hard, but so very beautiful. 4. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. 5. You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. 6. All that I am, or ever hope to be, I owe to my angel mother. 7. Teach the children, so it will not be necessary to teach the adults. 8. How many legs does a dog have if you call the tail a leg 4? Calling a tail a leg doesn't make it a leg. 9. There are no bad pictures, that's just how your face looks sometimes. 10. I laugh because I must not cry, that is all that is all. 11. Tact, the ability to describe others as they see themselves. 12. Get books, sit yourself down anywhere, and go to reading them yourself. 13. I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. I like to see a man live so that his place will be proud of him. 14. To ease another's heartache is to forget one's own. 15. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. 16. Hypocrite. The man who murdered his parents and then pleaded for mercy on the grounds that he was an orphan. 17. It's not me who can't keep a secret. It's the people I tell that can't. 18. Next to creating a life, the finest thing a man can do is save one. 19. No matter how much the cats fight, there always seem to be plenty of kittens. 20. Die when I may. I want it said of me by those who know me best that I always plucked a thistle and planted a flower when I thought a flower would grow. 21. Truth is generally the best vindication against slander. 22. Laws change, people die, the land remains. 23. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. 24. It is not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. 25. You can have anything you want if you want it badly enough. You can be anything you want, do anything you set out to accomplish if you hold to that desire with singleness of purpose. 26. Nothing will divert me from my purpose. 27. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. 28. I walk slowly, but never backwards. 29. Leave nothing for tomorrow, which can be done today. 30. Nothing in this world is impossible to a willing heart. 31. It often requires more courage to dare to do right than to fear to do wrong. 32. The person who is incapable of making a mistake is incapable of anything. 33. Adhere to your purpose and you will soon feel as well as you ever did. On the contrary, if you falter and give up, you will lose the power of keeping any resolution and will regret it all your life. 34. Great men are ordinary men with extraordinary determination. 35. I never had a policy. I've just tried to do my very best each and every day. 36. Beware of rashness, but with energy and sleepless vigilance go forward and give us victories. 37. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. 38. Let us do nothing through passion and ill temper. 39. Whatever you are, be a good one. 40. I will prepare, and someday my chance will come. 41. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. 42. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. 43. You have to do your own growing no matter how tall your grandfather was. 44. I am not concerned that you have fallen. I am concerned that you arise. 45. I don't know who my grandfather was. I am much more concerned to know what his grandson will be. 46. Behind the cloud the sun is still shining. 47. It is difficult to make a man miserable while he feels worthy of himself and claims kindred to the great God who made him. 48. The blessing always comes back to the door of the author. 49. Those who are ready to sacrifice freedom for security ultimately will lose both. 50. If you have never failed, you have never lived. 51. Every man is born an original, but sadly most men die copies. 52. Everybody likes a compliment. 53. I am an optimist because I don't see the point in being anything else. 54. Freedom is not the right to do what we want, but what we ought. 55. Most people are as happy as they want to be. 56. I will learn the opportunity will come. 57. I do the very best I can. I mean to keep going. If the end brings me out all right, then what is said against me won't matter. If I'm wrong, 10 angels swearing I was right won't make a difference. 58. The power of hope upon human exertion and happiness is wonderful. 59. Nothing is more damaging to you than to do something that you believe is wrong. 60. I have simply tried to do what seemed best each day as each day came. 61. Always remember, life is for enjoying. 62. Laughter is the joyous, universal evergreen of life. 63. Why don't you laugh? If I did not laugh, I should die, and you need this medicine as much as I do. 64. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing. 65. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. 66. That some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. 67. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. 68. Commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. 69. You cannot fail unless you quit. 70. Never change horses in midstream. 71. The leading rule for the lawyer, as for the man of every other calling, is diligence. Leave nothing for tomorrow which can be done today. 72. Believing everybody is dangerous, but believing nobody is more dangerous. 73. A man watches his pear tree day after day, impatient for the ripening of the fruit. Let him attempt to force the process, and he may spoil both fruit and tree, but let him patiently wait, and the ripe pear at length falls into his lap. 74. Important principles may and must be inflexible. 75. I am rather inclined to silence, and whether that be wise or not, it is at least more unusual nowadays to find a man who can hold his tongue than to find one who cannot. 76. If I were to try to read, much less answer, all the attacks made on me, this shop might as well be closed for any other business. 77. The way for a young man to rise is to improve himself in every way he can, never suspecting that anybody wishes to hinder him. 78. When I'm getting ready to reason with a man, I spend 1/3 of my time thinking about myself and what I am going to say, and 2/3 about him and what he is going to say. 79. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. 80. The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. 81. Character is like a tree and reputation its shadow. The shadow is what we think it is, and the tree is the real thing. 82. It has been my experience that folks who have no vices have very few virtues. 83. A noble spirit embiggens the smallest man. 84. Violence begins where knowledge ends. 85. The people, when rightly and fully trusted, will return the trust. 86. We should be too big to take offense and too noble to give it. 87. You must remember that some things legally right are not morally right. 88. The occasion is piled high with difficulty. We must rise to the occasion. 89. Bad promises are better broken than kept. 90. One is a majority if he is right. 91. Every man's happiness is his own responsibility. 92. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. 93. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. 94. You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. 95. Be with a leader when he is right. Stay with him when he is still right, but leave him when he is wrong. 96. You cannot help people permanently by doing for them what they could and should do for themselves. 97. Education does not mean teaching people what they do not know. It means teaching them to behave as they do not behave. 98. When you make it to the top, turn and reach down for the person behind you. 99. Let the people know the truth, and the country is safe. 100. Let's have faith that right makes might, and in that faith let us to the end dare to do our duty as we understand it.